The following editor is playing a game today. Hello everybody and welcome to the 6th installment of Hitman Blood Money. And in today's mission, as I did in the last episode, we're gonna jump right into it. Because we got missions and we got people to kill. I mean, people to meet and greet and potentially see them in an unfortunate accident. So, we are going to be starting the mission, The Murder of Crows. And as you can see so far, if you guys have been paying attention throughout these openings that I've been doing, is that crowd is getting smaller. Targets that we are either targeting now or targeted previously are no longer there. So, with that being said, let's get right to it. Excuse me, that was a burp.
So you didn't get it?
It was quite a blow. That witness possessed information about the Ortmeyer files, or their location.
Ortmeyer files?
Dr. Ortmeyer ran an underground cloning lab in Romania. We raided it as soon as we learned about it, but someone beat us to it. They'd ransacked the place, grabbed all the files, and killed everyone that worked there, even Ortmeyer. But that was the least of our concerns.
What do you mean?
We did find some papers later, enough to prove that Dr. Ortmeyer created Mr. 47. No one else has successfully created a Class 1 human clone. Dr. Ortmeyer literally wrote the book.
And somebody stole it.
Not just somebody. Where's the nurse?
Whoa.
Sorry. I don't like being dependent. Something as simple as lighting a damn cigar. It's just... I apologize. Could you...
Of course. So, who stole the research?
We found a surveillance tape. It clearly showed Mr. 47 killing the guards and snapping poor Dr. Ortmeyer's neck.
So 47 wanted to build his own clones.
More likely, he wanted to sell the research to the highest bidder. It lit a fire under everyone's asses. We threw everything we had at him. It's all there.
Hello, 47. The American Secretary of the Interior is being targeted for assassination at today's Mardi Gras parade. We're not sure who's behind the hit, but our client wants you to prevent it by taking out the would-be assassin. There are 3. The leader is Mark Pariah Jr. His associates are Raymond Kolinsky and Angelina Mason. Kolinsky is a former world-class biathlete, so he's probably the trigger man. Mason is probably just recon and support. They're romantically involved and mentally unstable, so expect a violent reaction if either of them learns the other is dead. Their whereabouts are a mystery, but we've identified the payment on its way to them. The money should lead you straight to them. There'll obviously be a lot of civilians in the mix on this one, and a high-profile hit like this is bound to have backup units on site, so you'll have to be even more discreet than usual.
So, we are going to be targeting 3 people, which will be interesting, because in this mission in particular, except for one, we don't know where any of these targets are, and it's random where you will come across them. Now, there are a few key locations where one will be, there's a few that where other will be, but there's one that will always be in one location. And this mission is relatively timed. So, we are going to come packing, and I'm going to spend a bit of money on a suppressor, because the last time I tried to do something without a suppressor, a body got found, and I got the Hitman ranking when I was supposed to get the Silent Assassin ranking. That was my fault. So, let's just head on back. We will pick our weapons. We are going to take the silver baller pistol because this mission could get pretty intense, as this mission was used when the game was first introduced. This mission is the demo mission that they use for Hitman Blood Money, and the most iconic bird outfits are fun. So here we go.
There's the handoff.
Follow that briefcase, 47. It's the only lead we've got.
He only left a penny as a tip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be tailing this guy.
Jack, I didn't expect to see you.
Oh, yeah. Got me a whole new line of work.
How's that waking out for you?
Money's great, but the hours are kind of weird.
I heard that. Can't remember last time I seen the sun.
Suppose we all gotta make some kind of choices in life.
I suppose we do.
So what we're gonna do is we are gonna tail this guy, and that briefcase is an optional part of this mission, as this
Hello,
is
47. The American
extra payment.
Secretary of the Interior is being targeted for assassination.
And what I'm gonna do is I am going to edit the sound. So we're gonna be following him around until he gets to a certain location. Once he gets to a certain location, we're gonna take him out, take his outfit, and that's the senator we're protecting, by the way. We're gonna take him out, take his outfit, and take the briefcase. And we're supposed to deliver it to where the target is, but we're gonna do more than just deliver it. We're gonna make sure he gets a surprise on the way. As we walk by here, you might start noticing where our targets might be. These people here won't be witnesses, just so you know. The people on the streets aren't witnesses. People on the floats would be. So we're gonna follow this nice red crow, yes, these are crows, into this nice little alleyway. And if there's anybody in here, we are going to quickly sneak up on him. Get him with the syringe! Once we knock him out, we're going to take his outfit and hide him in this dumpster. Remember, our suit's here, because if we don't retrieve it, we do lose money. So we're going to pick up this briefcase, and we're not going to put any weapons in there, and we are going to go all the way to this portion of this mission, which is where one of our targets are going to be. Now, the other two targets, they're constantly on the move. There's one that could be potentially in that building, but we will never know until we kill the other, which, in order to find out where the next target is, they carry walkie-talkies to keep in communications. Now, the primary person we want to kill is not this guy, he's more serving as the backup. So, we could go in here, get checked and shit like that, but no, we're gonna go in here to these books, because there's a much better way of killing people in this game. And what we're going to do... take him out, because he would be a witness. And now we can only just try and kill the target. So we're gonna grab this, put our syringe away, and we're very lucky because we bought 2 mines today, which we're gonna save the second one for the other targets. We're gonna go in here, and what we're gonna do is he right there? He is right there. We are gonna put this mine on this wall. If you let me put it on the wall, we'll put it right here, and we're gonna get some distance and detonate. And that's for the first target down. And we're just gonna wait for the guards to walk right past and leave this bookstore. Now, we're gonna put this briefcase near our suit so we can just pick it up on the way out, which I believe is over here. Actually, we're gonna keep this, yeah, we're gonna have to take the case with us. In order to figure out where the next person is, we're gonna have to sneak into one of these very nice looking bars. There's the the Rocker's Choice, which is not usually one of the places he goes in, but definitely a potential location. There's the Latin Fever, where of course they do salsa and Latin dance. There's the Obvious Restaurant, which is our starting location, but they wouldn't take him there. One common place that usually is the case for this target to be at is probably the Blue Oyster, because we have an easy access to an outfit in this game. We're gonna need a new outfit. And I already wasted my 2 sedatives. Oh boy, what have I done? So what we're gonna do is go through here. There's a drunk here. And oh man. We're gonna run this way. Just sneak on in. And now we're inside the club. If this was the salsa bar, I think 47 can dance here. Let's give it a try. Can we dance? Can we dance if we want to? If we leave ourselves behind? If we don't dance, you're no friends of mine. We can dance. We can dance. And what we're gonna do is, unfortunately, did I take my? I did not take my handgun. Oh no! All right. Oh. Fucking damn it! Every time I think something goes well, I have to kill him. drag this body and put him in here. That is going to be our only kill in the game. We killed the chef. And if it turns out our target wasn't even there, well, shit. Take this kitchen knife, and we're gonna catch a couple making out up the stairs. Hey, no fornicating in the workplace. Can't you see I'm a chef trying to figure out where an assassin is? Please, yep, carry on. Take your girl, go downstairs. There's blood. Ignore the blood. That's just kitchen stuff. And we're gonna wait for them to leave the area. Stop looking my way! We're just gonna simply look through the keyhole, and we have one of our targets. Which, once the couple's gone, we're gonna open up and take this knife. And just kill him with this. Now, we need to vacate the area before we arouse any more suspicion. Which since we picked up the walkie-talkie, we now know where our final target's gonna be. And this is probably gonna be a really short mission again, just like A New Life was. So I might be combining the 2 episodes together because they were relatively short. This could have been a silent assassin, but I decided that I wasted my sedatives on the one guy I could have just snuck right past. Now this girl is leaving. There is a way to kill her, and she stands perfectly under this piano. But we're not gonna kill her that way. No. She is waiting for her boyfriend to call, which I dropped my kitchen knife. Ah! These guys aren't gonna look away. Before she leaves, before a cop sees me, we're gonna take out our fiber wire and just strangle her. Take the case, take her handgun, because, oh, a suppressed pistol. Let's get out of here. Oh boy, that was dangerous. Let's go and find some other things we could do. I'm just a chef carrying a briefcase. Nothing suspicious, nothing weird, nothing strange. Just trying to get out of the place. Yeah, that's all. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through here, look both ways before crossing the road. Good thing we looked both ways. Now we know where the cop is. He's like, hey, hello, police officer. I'm just a regular chef walking through this place. Didn't murder a bunch of crows. No. And once he's out of earshot, we're gonna get our clothes back. And we're gonna grab our briefcase and get the hell out of here. And now we are just going to get out. We have to exit through this way, which should be no problem, as we managed to successfully kill all 3 targets without arousing suspicion, and maybe the death of a chef. Well, he got in my way. He shouldn't have saw me. No witnesses. We did it, and 2 bodies found and 1 close combat kill. That was great, wasn't it, guys? So great. So let's just and we got the specialist rank. No silent assassin here because I fuzzed it up by using the mine. There are better ways to do this. Another way is you could sneak in, strangle the guy, hide his body, and get out. But I tried to be cool and breeze through this quickly. Damage control, beauty. We got the extra objective, so we got an extra rating for this. We did pretty well here. How much? It took us 10 minutes to do this. See, this is the demo mission, by the way. So I've done this so many times. Because when I had Hitman for the first time, it was just the little demo discs that come with the game magazines, and that's all I would play this mission. So it comes naturally. Anyways. Let's hit continue. And we got our New Orleans news article where we have a 24-hour service for cabs, for Harris's cabs. The kiss of death. Ladies, gentlemen, if you're into this kind of lipstick, please do get it. Let's see. Mardi Gras drinking deaths down. Apparently more people die in Mardi Gras than we realized. But hey, less people died, except for some 82-year-old New Orleans native or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm not even reading this. I'm kind of just skimming this. We have an advertisement for a riverboat that does a barbecue and dinner special. Very nice. Very interesting. Perhaps we could check it out with this very nice looking sailor man. I don't know who he is. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Next, we have Violent Spurs cloning support. With the recent events of people getting killed and such like that, this has surged governments and other bureaus to push for cloning, except for the guy we talk about. We have a quote for the day. I have opinions of my own, strong opinions, but I don't always agree with them. George Bush. Editorial, Vampires in Bad Taste. Very interesting for those who might be into vampires. There's a dedicated TV show called Vampire Watch, and they have a vampire radar that can detect vampires. I don't know. Who knows? This could be like a Vampire Masquerade reference. I don't know. I don't think it's the same company, but I would interpret it as that. Vampire Masquerade could be one of those games I try next, but that one kind of takes a while, and I'm not really good at the game. And I'd rather give you a good time than me fumbling about. National Wire Service Roundup. I don't know what this is, but if you guys want to read it, by all means, give it a pause. But now, let's move on to the main topic of our news article. And I'm kind of curious what weapon they'll be choosing. I think it's the mine. Specialist wanted by police. Raymond Kalinsky killed. Police suspect blood money is involved. New Orleans, 26th of October, 2004. It seems we're in the spooky month, so it's now happening in the spooky month. NOPD confirmed this morning that former Olympic athlete Raymond Kalinsky and his wife Angelina Mason found dead during the Mardi Gras festivities yesterday. Mr. Kalinsky and Mrs. Mason were believed to be victims in a violent episode that caused one additional death. The other victim was an innocent bystander who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Investigators found traces of C4 explosives around the area, indicating that a bomb, possibly of the type radio-controlled undetectable anti-personnel mine, may have been used for the murder. The victim's body was hidden, which could indicate that the killer did not plan to murder this person or did not think of a proper way of disposing the corpse. The police have stated that the lack of witnesses is making this an especially difficult case to investigate. The police have absolutely no clue of the killer's appearance, as nobody claims to have seen him or her. Raymond Kalinsky qualified for the U.S. Winter Olympic team as a biathlon athlete in 1992. Shortly after qualifying, he injured his knee while biking and was unable to recuperate in time for the games. You see, this is why he chose. I think he's a cyclist, so I think he kind of deserved it. That's why he's a target for our assassinations. He then reportedly entered a deep depression that eventually led to his embarking upon a life of crime. Kalinsky has been one of the FBI's 100 most wanted criminals since 1996. An FBI field office spokesperson identified Kalinsky as one of the top 10 most wanted assassins in North America. He's believed to have been responsible for nearly 24 assassinations in the last 8 years. There's no question the world is a better place without Raymond Kalinsky in it, says one FBI official familiar with the case. He was a dangerous, deadly, hateful man. Officials would not discuss the particulars of his career, the details of their investigation, or whether they've made any progress in identifying the person or persons behind Kalinsky. Assassins don't pick their own targets, another law enforcement official familiar with the investigation observed. So when we bag one of these dogs, our first question is always, who's got the leash? Crime Story, page 5. Raymond Kalinsky at the Olympics. As you can see, he is a former Olympic champion. His head sort of photoshopped into it on top of somebody else's body. But you know, people, an athlete fallen from grace, leading to a life of crime and assassination, you know, he had it coming. He was willing to assassinate a politician, paid to assassinate a politician along with his wife, and some mysterious person, Mark Pariah Jr., which, be familiar with that face we saw in the opening scene, because that could come into play later. But anyways, this wraps it up for this episode of Hitman Blood Money. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'd like to wish you a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, and expect to see more of these videos soon. So I'll see you next episode. See you around, folks.